So we're in Clovis, California, just finished installing a Bradford White 50-gallon natural gas water heater, and you can see right here model number, serial number. You can take that information over to bradfordwhite.com, register your product, get your warranty going on this. So up top what we have is there's an existing vent. We didn't want to mess with it too much, and sorry about that, I'm trying to get up here without getting a ladder. We didn't want to mess with this too much out here because we have a single wall vent that goes up and there's no ceiling in here. So they've got a nice sturdy, looks like almost a 12 gauge piece of strap that goes across here and ties into the single wall, and it keeps it from moving around, so that's good. And then you can see the dual wall goes up. It's got the right clearance up there, you know, between wood, so no combustibles touching stuff. So we just left this in place and put our new draft over in. First thing we did up top, copper stub out. We got some adapters, some brass shutoff valves. So these are Watts 3/4 inch full port quarter turn ball valves. Say that 5 times fast. Just quarter turn on, quarter turn off. And then of course we stayed with brass construction, no galvanized in here, and then stainless steel. So these are Falcon stainless steel connectors, 0.725 inside diameter, largest in the industry, and super flexible. So identical on both sides, down to a little brass extension piece, what we have right there. And there's a little conflict between the heat trap coming out of the unit. That little nipple has a heat trap on the top, and it just sometimes doesn't seat well with that gasket. So we just extend it up, seat it right there, and it always seals good. Relief valve came with the unit. We got CPVC line to a union required within 12 inches, and we've got that. Then we made a transition over here to the existing copper that's in the line and stubbed it out of the wall. So that's your line down there. We just put a piece of copper and an adapter. CPVC is ours, a union right there. So that's all good, and it's easy to work with. Up top, adjustable strap as per code. And then down on the lower third, adjustable strap as per code. Then of course we've got a half-inch T, and then a 4-inch nipple for a dirt leg or a drip leg. They don't really enforce it, but in the book it says every appliance, like a furnace, water heater, you need that in case there's debris in the gas. It'll fill that up, and I don't know what happens if it keeps filling and gets into the line. But anyway, so that drip leg's in place. Brand new valve, brand new supply line over to the water heater. We did a lot of work in here prior to this. The stand was in pretty bad shape, a lot of water damage, so we came in first of all, and you can see we put some blocking in where there was none. In the center, no support. Over here in the center, there was no support. Also, we took some pieces inside and we supported, there's a ledger in there against the wall, so it's a 2x4 flat against the wall, nailed in. So we just took and put some screws in the wall to add some extra support there, and some extra support there, and then of course extra support there, and then back in the corners, and then of course brand new piece back up in there. So we really reinforced this, you know, 650 pounds with the tank full. We want to make sure this thing doesn't go anywhere. And then this was a little out of square. We had to cut some of this wall out and pull it. It was like 3/4 of an inch out of square. So we got it all back together. 3/4 plywood top, 1/2 inch cement board. That's hardy backer board they use for showers. So that's a nice solid base there. And then, so the homeowner's going to take it from here. Everything's dried out real nice here. We got wallboard back in, 5/8. This is a firewall, so 5/8. It's a 2-foot piece. It's a 2-foot square piece on this wall. And then, of course, we tape the joints. 2-foot piece on this side, and we tape the joints. And then, of course, we left a couple of pieces. You know, they're 2-foot square from Home Depot, already cut for you. It'll fit. This is 2 foot by 2 foot. You'll just have to trim it down to whatever height this is. And so everything else looks good. I mean, a lot of work on the stand, a lot of extra work getting things tied together, but the water heater's installed. It's heating. A couple hours of hot water. Outside of that, this installation is done.